So it begins.
Great, so we're stealing now.
That's a bad place to start.
First, what did you learn?
Stealing is wrong. Unless it's from
Peter Jackson.
Good one, Katara.
Oh no, not again.
You will not go near that horse again.
We intend no insult, Commander Galadriel.
Commander?
Oh, really? You and what army?
We march at first light.
Then you shall do so alone.
The sheer hubris of this show to call Galadriel a commander and to call Elrond a politician is just so antithetical to anything Tolkien put in his books, it's crazy. They are supposed to have the opposite roles. But even respect to Tolkien lore put aside, what this show has established is Galadriel is no longer a commander. She was abandoned by her command in the first episode of season 1. I hope you're strapped in, because this season's gonna be a doozy.
But by order of Harold Elrond, you ought to come with us.
Is it true?
I had to watch this back a couple times just to make sure, but Galadriel was only seconds behind Elrond in this scene. He makes an unexpected turn, and she loses his trail for literal seconds before chasing him into Lindor. And yet Elrond has had the time to give orders to the city guard and somehow immediately gain an audience with the High King, who I guess was just immediately available and not, eating dinner. And he has the time to have had an entire conversation with Gil-galad before Galadriel gets there. It's ridiculous. And also, by the show's own logic, Elrond doesn't have the authority to command the city guard to take in Galadriel. Galadriel's a commander, and her orders should supersede those of Harold Elrond's.
By order of Harold Elrond, you ought to come with us.
The writing for this show never goes anything beyond skin deep.
Well, you got me. By all accounts, it doesn't make sense.
Elrond just informed me your companion, this Halbrand, was not who he claimed. Yet you chose to withhold this from him and Celebrimbor. Is it true?
Wait, is that true?
He is gone, and I doubt he will return. And should he ever, none of us are to treat with him again.
That's all she said?
That's all she said.
So I guess it's true.
She's an idiot.
Sauron lives because of you!
Oh, okay, so everything is all my fault. I'm always wrong, right?
Well, yes.
Who is he?
My boyfriend. I loved him.
Megan Savolain Aruskiathon is living.
I will believe you when I no longer see the lie behind your eyes.
Why are you speaking English?
You two are elves? That makes it more special for the audience.
Now who is this man?
He is no man. I am no man.
Who is he?
He has been masquerading as one,
Who is he?
appearing in fair form,
Who is he?
to hide his true self.
Today, Junior?
He is Sauron.
Should have led with that, sorry.
How could you?
With pleasure.
The rings. Show them to me.
Show me yours and I'll show you mine.
We dare not use them, High King. He's no doubt corrupted
He never
them.
touched them,
He
High
worked
King.
with Celebrimbor for weeks.
It was only for one day.
Might there not be some alloy to amplify the qualities of your ore?
And that was it.
Those rings are more than our last hope. They may be the last hope for all Middle-earth. It is a risk we must chance to take.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
It is a risk we must chance to take.
It is a risk we must risk to risk.
I bought a thesaurus.
They must be destroyed.
That decision is far above your privilege.
Check your white privilege. And don't do it again.
Give them to me.
Ubelin Karatan.
It is a command from your kin.
Ubelin Karatan.
Give them to me.
And give it to me raw.
Sticky Ubelin.
No!
I have the high ground!
Move those legs, King.
What is going on here?
The King of the Southlands turned himself in, Lord Father. Says he wants to negotiate.
Why? That seems like bad planning.
Let my people go.
Let my people go.
Since Galadriel's defeat, she sought out a new ally, an ancient sorcerer, to instruct the elves in forging a new weapon, one you first told her about. The power over flesh.
Why would he trust you?
You remember me?
No.
Why would he?
I got a new face.
I need him alive.
You don't know what he did.
My whole childhood, he was mean to me.
Ugh, watching the scene back now makes it so much worse than it was 2 years ago. We have Sauron pouting like a little child on the playground. Ooh, no, Adar was mean to me. He tried to stage a coup. This is the Dark Lord Sauron, whining like a little boy. Hashtag not my Dark Lord, because this is just pathetic.
You don't know what he did.
The power over flesh. Do you remember those words? A power that will allow him to use your children as slaves in his army once more. Set my people free and I will tell you where he can be found. So you can destroy him.
And there we go. I was right. I made this prediction when the trailer came out.
Previously on me.
Sauron is present at the siege of Eregion as Anatar, while Eregion is being... He's the one that's supposed to be attacking it.
I can help you destroy him.
It's not Sauron who attacks Eregion at all. It's whoever the hell this Adar character is. And I was 100% right. Sauron isn't going to attack Eregion. He's going to convince Adar to do it for him by telling him that Sauron is inside. This show has no respect for Tolkien's lore. It's just so backwards. These people should be ashamed of themselves.
Can't be. We're going in circles.
This reminds me of my favorite movie.
This looks strangely familiar.
It's because we've been here before. We're going in circles.
We're going in circles.
It's too bad you gave me this one too.
There's nothing to eat out here.
What's on your head? Olives.
There's nothing to eat out here. You did it! We'll eat for days.
I can feel the legs and the throat.
That's the best part. They're dancing.
Dance until you die!
It is quite all right for a Harfoot to miss home.
No, it's not!
You don't have one. A home.
I knew it'd be hard. It's just him.
That's what she said.
His heart's different.
That's what she said. That's what she said.
It appears we're being followed.
Perfection.
That's not perfect at all.
Got a great big lump in it.
Perfection.
Perfection exists only in Valinor.
Ooh, burn!
It is to be given directly to Lord Celebrimbor. He must be informed that Halbrand is Sauron.
I should have told you this a long time ago.
And trust no stranger upon your path.
Yes, my lord.
He's gonna die alone, right?
Oh, who couldn't have seen that coming?
The rings must be destroyed.
Do so, and the age of the elves will end. We would be abandoning all Middle-earth to its fate.
The time of the elves is over. Do we leave Middle-earth to its fate? Do we let them stand alone?
No more stealing.
At every turn, this show is desperately trying to hitch itself to the Peter Jackson films. Why? Because those films are good, and this show isn't. This show is incapable of standing on its own 2 feet, so it has to do stuff like this. It's just a desperate attempt to claw at your nostalgia, hoping against hope that you subconsciously connect this show to the films that you love. This is just the first episode of season 2, and I've already pointed out so many direct ripoffs from Peter Jackson's films. It's insane.
There remains on the seabed a scar so deep its end none but Manwë himself knows. If one were to cast these rings into its depths...
Roy, cast it into the fire!
I know the 3 rings are free of his influence.
But are you?
Mom, cringe.
Was it truly to fight the darkness? Or was the darkness calling to you?
Hello, Galadriel.
My old friend.
Can you not see? All this may be by his design.
There's a tempest in me.
I did what I felt was right.
We have different definitions of that word.
All this may be by his design.
I'm good.
All this may be by his design.
Give me the meat and give it to me raw.
All this may be by his design. All this may be by his design. All this may be by his design.
He's a goo man.
The is a goo man?
That's a bad design.
It appears we're being followed.
We're not alone.
No, 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 no.
That's the place I've laid my trap.
It's never gonna work.
But how did that work?
Poppy?
It all makes sense now.
How's everyone at home?
What kind of question is that? That's a dumb question.
I've been following you, Lucy.
About the same.
How? How would she know?
Danny kind of forgot about the Iron Fleet.
She forgot?
You came after us.
You're just saying what we already know.
You haven't exactly gotten very far.
Yes, well, we appear to be lost.
Oh, so now you admit it. Oh, well, you won't be for long. Look.
Honey, she's got a map.
I don't need a map. I have the GPS. Never need a map again. Thank you.
Harfoots must have journeyed this way a long time ago.
Of course they did.
There's a warning. Not to forget the words to the song, or you'll just go round in circles.
Song? What song? Give you one guess.
Sing to me, land far away.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Trees of stone, light in the tower no longer my home. There, past eyes of pale fire, black sand for my bed. I trade all I've known for the unknown ahead.
That was good. Same energy, just try it again.
It's gonna take us years to find what we're looking for.
Oh, dear.
The wayfinder's there.
It's exactly the same.
You don't say.
Why are you looking at it like that?
Like what?
Like you've been here before.
Because we've been here before.
That's convenient.
Sauron has returned in a new form. I have something you don't. The trust of the elves.
No, you don't. None of us are to treat with him again.
So you can marshal your legions to destroy him.
Wrong!
You vow allegiance to Adar.
I vow to serve the Lord of Mordor.
That's not what he said!
Why is he smiling like that?
He's obviously lying.
You know we can see you, right?
The light of the Eldar has faded. We must return to our home.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
Perfection does not exist only in Valinor, High King. It is here. Celebrimbor has brought it to Middle-earth.
This is a perfect example of just how bad the writers of this show are. This line makes you uncomfortable. It's kind of like the uncanny valley. Why is the line so bad? Because this is a callback to a previous conversation that Círdan had with a different character. Círdan was talking to his apprentice, not Gil-galad, and yet he approaches Gil-galad in this scene and delivers a line that makes no sense in context. Now, you as the viewer understand the context, but the characters in the scene have no idea what he's talking about. This is bad writing. Callbacks like these can serve as ahas or gotcha moments or even plot twists.
Hey, that's kind of like what he said to you when you got fired.
I know. It's called a cruel irony, like my dependence on you.
Which is clearly the kind of impact that the writers are trying to achieve in this scene, except that they're idiots, and it doesn't make any sense to be saying this line to Gil-galad. This should give you the same uncomfortable feeling that you get with the uncanny valley when it comes to visual effects, because it feels like it should be right, but deep down you know that something is wrong. They are trying to get an emotional payoff without any of the work. It's just lazy. And that's it. That's the end of the episode. The tree gets healed with the magic of the rings, and the three characters decide to just hold their hands out in a really awkward phase so we can get this spinning circular shot, and they've been holding the take for way too long, so their hands are all shaking. It's such an awkward position to hold your hands in, but it looks cool in a bird's eye view, I guess. I don't know. And I was about to call this whole video a wrap after a week of editing, but there's one more thing we have to address, because I found the answer to the age-old question. The cold open to this episode makes no sense, and for a week I've been trying to figure out when it takes place in the timeline, but the mystery has been solved. When Sauron turns into a goo and falls to the bottom of the cave, there is a time jump, because you can see between shots, stalagmites have formed. I missed this detail because I was literally falling asleep in the first 5 minutes of the show. But yes, we have the answer. Sauron was betrayed immediately after Morgoth was defeated, and spent 1,000 years as a goo. That's how long it takes for stalagmites like these to form. He sat in a puddle for 1,000 years until a mouse finally found him, because no creature has entered this cave for 1,000 years. And once he does, all this stuff happens and he turns into Halbrand like a couple days before episode 1 of season 1. And that's it. That's the answer. Sauron has been doing nothing for 1,000 years, and this episode has the audacity to suggest this.
All this may be by his design.
When they go out of their way to show you, Sauron has been doing nothing. He's just an opportunist. There is no criminal master plan. He's been a puddle of goo for 1,000 years, and that also means that Adar is the one responsible for growing orc armies and pursuing war after Morgoth's defeat and after Sauron's betrayal. It also means he's been cosplaying as Sauron, running around wearing Morgoth's crown, because we got this scene in season 1.
Under the command of his most devoted servant, a cruel and cunning sorcerer, they called him Sauron.
And now we know actual Sauron never wore that crown. These writers are idiots. They don't deserve your time and respect. I'm gonna finally get some sleep and then start working on episode 2.
Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. If it's true,
minute to subscribe to the channel, and you can join us along for the ride. And if you pay me, I'll try to be more entertaining, so please consider joining Patreon.